of Gaia. Poppy, myself, and Shiny have been in beer bowls for a week, studying and enjoying the local beers, when our old pirate crew showed up. After much discussion, where I learned that almost all of Poppy's knowledge comes from reading comic books, we decided to share the credits we were paid with the crew. After all that was settled, the captain convinced us to listen to his latest big plan to get rich. Of course, he has found the location of a huge salvage, the Guardian Destroyer-class ship Archon.
You asked me why we would go for this. Do you realize the technology that's aboard? Guardian technology. Do you realize how much people would pay for such a thing? Arr.
Would they pay for such a thing?
Arr, yes, that's what I said. Guess, what would they pay for such a thing?
I don't know. Am I supposed to know? Do you know, Doctor?
1 trillion core credits at least.
Shiny? Does that
I'm
sound
telling
right?
you. Shiny goes, does some calculations. You see, but he's not that far off. If Shiny puts up the hologram again. The wait music comes on as he has to put up the hologram. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Press the button. He puts up the hologram again.
Let's leave that music in.
Okay. He goes, okay. Says, look here. There's pulse missile launchers, cannons, liquid Gaia crystal canisters. Says there's the main computer core. Says there's solar batteries. Everything we could ever want. There's at least 2 class cruisers on board and 400 boomers. Those are the two-person flying speeder bikes.
They blow up easy.
Yeah, but they sell even easier. Those should be in the hangar bay, down here, at the bottom of the ship. If it still exists, who knows what kind of damage it suffered, but we'll find something. It's chock full. It's a kilometer-long ship, chock full of Guardian technology.
And we're just supposed to dredge it up from the deep and assume everything is...
I can't hold my breath that long.
No, of course not. Says, but this is why no one's found it yet. It's too deep. And this is why no one's been able to get it yet. Because they don't have... Hits this table. Mr. Shiny here. So no, of course, Doctor, we wouldn't bring it all up at once. That'd be impossible. But we can bring bits and pieces. And they will never know. We'd sell it hither and nigh to different parties. It's perfect. It's a perfect plan. Finally.
Do you have buyers lined up?
Says, no, not yet. But I guarantee you, we can find buyers. It depends what we find. If we find weapons, I'll go to one person. If we find something else, I'll go to another. Gideon, Poppy, this is what we've been waiting for. This could buy you a whole new body, Doctor. Hell, you can use the Guardian clones on board and the robots on board to build it.
Oh, Doctor, do you want a Guardian body?
Roll memory, Doctor.
37, which I know makes it.
You're a very well-read goat man. You are aware that the Guardians do have some of the finest technology in all of Gaia, being the main police and military force for the core and for the Praetor. They have fast action Gaia pods that cook in half the time than other Gaia pods, standard issue Gaia pods do. They've been spread across all of Gaia. They do have the most advanced cloning technology, biosynthetic androids. They do have the most advanced war bots that are something between a biosynthetic human and something of a robot, and the 400 speeder bikes as well. Any of those things would make you rich. All of it together, your ability to plunder this, if it's still intact, it might not be intact, but if it's still intact, whatever the Sea Hag did to take it down, which is again mind-boggling. If it's still intact, there could. He's not exaggerating when he says there's that much riches there. It could total up to be over 1 trillion core credits when you're all done. If the captain's not lying and if nothing goes awry.
Uh-huh.
So you're saying that with this trillion, Gideon could get some even better metal abs.
Yes.
Perfect.
Or
Considerably better.
or the daredevil body.
Or you could go right to Daredevil body, sure.
We could skip the middleman.
Just imagine the
Separate.
Daredevil body with the goat head on top. That would be.
No, with a head that looks good. You don't have to pick the daredevil head.
Mr.
But
Shiny
you know,
has a hologram up. He goes. Okay, he puts on like a crayon drawn man's head, like that.
yeah, just like that, Shiny.
Check mark.
Not like that at all, Doctor. It's gonna be weird. Don't worry. Okay.
Can't see it anyway.
What do you say?
I think you've screwed us so many times. I'm having a hard time believing you.
Well, would I be willing to share the location with you if I didn't trust you?
You would share with us if you were trying to get us to go with you, and you knew you couldn't get there by yourself anyways.
Captain, do you have any proof at all this is even real at all?
He says no.
Wait, what
The
about
only
the
way to
sonar
verify
image?
it, go down.
Wait, what happened to the sonar image that you had 2 seconds ago?
Well, I lost it in a card match, but no one else will be able to get there. No one has Mr. Shiny.
Who'd you lose it to? Maybe they have a shiny. No, if you're not one of a kind. What if they have a?
It was.
What if they have a Mr. Rusty?
It was Gabbit of the Crimson Moon. It was the North Crimson Moon, not even the South Crimson Moon. What is Gabbit going to do with it? He wouldn't even recognize it as a sonar scan. He's so daft. How would he even know? He can't even read a sonar scan. Okay, Gideon, you're knocking your head. No, seriously, listen. That's why we have to hurry. What is that? How is the Crimson Moon doesn't have the resources to get it? They don't have any submersibles.
Shiny Springs leaks.
You know,
You did a little bit, remember? I know. And if we're going deep, aren't you going to get hurt?
It could be anywhere. Now, Shiny, you need to think about this. The waters in that area could be anywhere from 500 to 1,000 feet deep. It's as deep as the Jadam Sea goes. Can you stand those kinds of pressures? Shiny goes, all these graphs come up, all these like line graphs and mathematical calculations. He rolls PR to calculate whether he can handle. Mr. Shiny's a character. He has stats. He rolls PR to see if he can handle that level of pressure. Okay. He goes, big check mark.
Okay, wait. I just want to look at the charts. I know it's not a comic book, but I do have a high PR. And I'm just saying it's always good to have someone else check your math.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, he goes, all these charts are coming at you. You and Gideon are like lambasted in the face with math.
Okay, never.
All right, you can roll PR with a minus 200.
Okay. I needed a 14. I rolled a 13.
Wow, okay. All right, you're like, shit, what is this? Is this magic? What is this thing here? 2 plus 2 equals 4. What does that mean? Okay, you're like, what are you going through it? Okay, Poppy, it checks out.
Okay, I think you can, Shiny.
Does it check out, Poppy?
Okay, I give him a face.
oh, Captain, oh God. I will trust that I won't regret saying this when I say that we will
+2 for famous last words.
take the job.
Well, what?
We'll take the job.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right, we've got to get going before Gabbit is able to rise any kind of ships that go to sail to that area. All he knows is there's something in that area. And so we better get going. So let's get back on the ship as soon as possible.
I need lots of beer.
How much beer do you want? We're in beer bowls. Make the best beer in all of Gaia. How much?
I don't know. You need to figure it out, but it has to be on the ship. What do you need, Doctor? Doctor needs Gaia Salt.
What?
Oh. No, your little robot friend.
Casey, little door comes up. And then the cleaner comes in, starts cleaning the carpet in the conference room. It goes up to your foot.
I think
Mr. Shiny goes.
something outside.
It makes all hearts go up.
That's right, Shiny.
Outside.
What's wrong with this little robot?
Programming issues seem to be.
Okay,
I'll be outside.
I squat down, a little robot. It's okay. Sometimes they're shy at first.
Little robot, you can do so much better.
Just give them time. I'll work on it while we're on the ship. It's okay.
Excellent. Okay. Mr. Shiny goes. Door comes open. All right, let's get to the ship quick. I'll get you a barrel of do you like a dark ale? I'll get you the dark ale. Okay, goes some stuff. All right, men. Poppy wants some booze. Let's go. Yeah, let's get her booze. Get her booze.
Okay.
Mr. Shiny goes, grabs you, Poppy, pulls you back in, close the door. Goes, all these little graphs come up. You see one familiar energy signature comes up.
There's a coin there? Okay, well, we gotta go. Yeah, I know. But how many? He needs 3 more, correct?
You see the pictures are on the wall. There's 3 empty.
Okay, and there's 1 signal.
Enough for 1, maybe.
Okay. Oh, wait a second. Is this like the last one? We thought it was energy like it, and it wasn't.
Or you don't know. Mr. Shiny detects stuff from far away. It's hard to tell.
Well, it's worth checking out. I do make note to myself that before we get too many coins, we have to look into what's going to happen to Shiny when he gets all the coins.
Nothing bad could possibly happen from playing the game. The great game of Gaia.
This is supposed to be the fun adventure, remember?
It's actually just a really complicated self-destruct, so...
Okay, on to the beer.
Okay. All right. Time passes. Captain Blick seems to make good at least of this part where he does get you a whole barrel of Beer Bowls ale. All the men are drinking a little bit out of it, but they're bringing it back on a cart. And you're making as much time as you can going south of Johnsbad.
Bye-bye, crusty carpet place.
You head south. As I mentioned, you do make it to the merchant portal. It is a 5-meter portal, which is about 15 to 18 feet in diameter. You make it through easily enough, and you're scouting south through Enbergland to get to Merchant Cove. That happens in about a day of travel. It takes you all day, and you basically get there in the evening. Enbergland is almost completely diametrically opposed in, let's say Jadam Sea, this is the whole Jadam Sea region, is almost completely diametrically opposed to the timing sequences of Beer Bowls. Just another weird blessing of Gaia that all the lands are not always synced up. So it's Gaia well into the night. It's pitch black when you make it into Merchant's Cove. You're seeing by the light of torches. You can see there's people have been left there. There is no other boats around. You see that Captain Blix left with their torches. The men call out. They are half plastered. They've probably drank half of your barrel. Did you drink any of it?
Wait, they're drinking all my beer?
Apparently it's not that hard. It's not that easy to control pirates.
I sit on my barrel.
Okay, then they've only drank about a third of it.
With my guns.
Okay, all right, fine. How much did you drink of it, Poppy?
Oh, just some. It's more because I'm going to be bored on my mind on that stupid ship.
Okay. All right, and in the bay you see indeed the ship moored there. Did I ever come up with a name for the ship?
Said stupid ship. That's the one.
That's the name of it? SS Stupid?
No. I said stupid shit like the one I just mentioned. But I can't remember her name, but Poppy's the wrong one to ask.
All right. Then the name is the Granny Apple.
Great.
Oh, that really makes it more stupid. Okay.
All right, men, get off the wagons, get that booze back onto the Granny Apple. We've got to set sail right away. And everyone be quiet. Don't tell anybody anything.
Captain, can we rename the ship, please?
Sure, Poppy. What do you want to name her?
Oh. Lucky Treasure.
And the men go, oh, great name. Okay, he goes, from now on, men. He stands up with his wobbly peg legs. She's going to be called the Lucky Treasure. 3 cheers for Captain Blick. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. And 3 cheers for Shiny and Poppy and our Dr. Gideon. Hip, hip for Shiny and Poppy and Gideon. Hip, hip, hooray. Okay, they do it. Okay. You get in the rowboats. You sail out. Mr. Shiny goes, becomes like a boat.
Yeah. I take my beer.
It's like a long kind of like cigarette jet boat.
Like James Bond.
Yes. Exactly like the comics
Just a spy movie suddenly.
of John Band. Ba 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 da ba, change the notes.
It's not the same thing if you change the notes.
Ba la da da la da da do.
Oh my. Okay, we drive. Sounds like you've been drinking Poppy's beer.
Or I've been having some Gaia Sol.
Please God, let's go.
Sweet Gaia.
Yeah.
Okay, you start to sail in this direction, north of Rysoboria, and you start heading towards these 3 islands here are called the Jungle Isles. Technically, they are affiliated with the Emberg family. They are supposed to be owned by the Emberg family, but the Emberg family, these 3 major isles and these 2 lesser isles that start to get towards the Sea Hag Cliffs. But the Emberg family does not have any official presence there. In fact, they allow the Crimson Moon pirates to inhabit the very eastern tip of the Jungle Isles. It's whispered in dark corners in Centilla that this was on purpose, so that the Crimson Moon will leave the Enberg's ships and their shipments alone. And it seems to be mostly true, for the Crimson Moon rarely raid any Enberg ships. All right, you guys are in the captain's cabin. You're kind of sloshing to and fro as Mr. Shiny can't fit in there. Gideon, I'm looking at this thing called a map, and it shows water and
Oh my goodness. Cap, no.
land.
Quiet.
Poppy, do not be rude. He cannot see a thing. I have to describe it for him in words he'll understand.
Oh
And
my.
there's this thing called land and things that we go and travel over and things. Does that make sense, Doctor?
Doctor, I would like to remind you were the one that accepted this job.
I'm fully aware, Miss Poppy.
All right, you see here. Now we've got a decision we've got to make. We're coming towards upon the Jungle Isles. All right, now if we head to the east, through the Eastern Pass, that puts us in danger of being seen by the Crimson Moon. But if we head through the Western Pass, it's possible for us to see the Rhizoborians and any of their merchant vessels. And definitely through Rhysoboria Inlet here. So we've got to be very careful. Which, Poppy, Gideon, I cannot decide. Which way do you think we should go?
Who wants to kill us, Les?
Well, the Crimson Moon already might know of a little bit of our plot. The Rhysoborians certainly don't, but if they see us, a pirate vessel, a fine pirate vessel such as ours, they could very well send their own speeder craft after us. It's dangerous either way. It's who do you want to deal with, the Rhysoborians or the Crimson Moon?
Do we know anything about the Rhizoborians?
Roll memory with a minus 20.
I don't think that made it. Let me see. Nope.
You've never heard anything about them. You know they're a noble family here in the Jadam Sea. They're frequently at war with the Rysich family and the Vicantia family. That's a pretty That island is pretty much always at war. Rice Edge getting pinned in the middle between the two families. They're fairly aggressive. It's known not to go after their vessels. Whether or not they just see a strange ship in their waters, they're going to attack it on sight, you don't know that. It's not totally out of the realm of the culture you're familiar with in this part of Gaia.
Fair.
Well, we can't decide. We should just roll die.
Just flip it away.
Oh, I just had a great idea.
Perfect.
How close are we to having to make this decision? Time-wise.
Pretty close. Pretty close.
And how long will it take to sail through said decision?
5 hours.
Oh. Okay, wait. Let me look at that sight crap we just learned.
Oh, right.
Oh,
I read a
yeah.
book about seeing in the future.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. So it's 1 danger sense per minute per 100 meters. Oh, that's way too long.
That'd be a pretty big minus. Yeah, but when you get closer, you can start to tell.
Dang it. But I was trying to make the decision. I can't. Math.
Well, we've dealt with the Crimson Moon before, right?
Oh, what about this way to think of it? Bobby's such a tactician. We definitely know those Nobly people are going to be there. That's their spot. But we don't know the Crimson Moon people are going to be in there. They might be, they might not. So let's go that way where there's maybe not.
I suppose that does make as
Wow,
much sense as it can.
maybe I should be in charge of everything.
Yes. Your tactical skill is only surpassed by your guns. Your beautiful guns are. What? Okay. All right. So, all right then. That means we'll be skirting around to the east. Here. We'll try to sneak through here of the Jungle Isles. Very well.
And chances are there won't be anyone there.
Of course. What are the odds?
I would say 10%.
All right. I'll tell Nob to plot a course.
Wait,
Nob! Plot a course! Okay, plotting course. All right. So you travel to the east around the Jungle Isles through the middle of 2 of the larger islands. You've already passed the northernmost Jungle Island to your east as you're heading south through the trade routes and through the Crimson Moon routes. You haven't seen these ships for some time. The pass is a few kilometers wide, so it's not too much of a worry.
Are there any narrow spots I could use? Well, one of us could use ESP there.
So you have sailed past the northernmost island. You're now sailing right through you've gone through the trade corridor here, and you're just starting to pass between the 2 southernmost of the big jungle islands. You can see the green foliage on both your west and eastern sides. The sun has come up in the glorious blue sun has come up in the Jadam Sea area. It's another beautiful day. The beautiful fragrant breeze blows over the ship, carried with jungle flora from these islands. The islands are said to be beautiful but dangerous. So if you wanted to use your ESP, now would be the time.
Okie dokie. How many minutes ahead will it take us to sail through that little blip we're going through?
You'll be going through this for 20 minutes to half an hour.
20, so that would be minus 30. Now, because it's per 100 meters, but we're going with those 100 meters, does that cancel out?
If you wanted to get a view of what was on the shore close up, you'd need to use that minus. But if you just want to get a general sense of what's going to happen with your ship,
Yeah.
it's just how much forward in time or how much back in time you want to go.
Okay. So then I'll do the full 30 minutes. I'll attempt to do the full 30 minutes that we're going to be going through. So the score is 243. And I rolled a 6. Yes.
Bah, bah, bah. Okay, you're like, well, let's see if this book thing works. Okay, so you sit down kind of on the bow of the ship. Kind of put your fingers through the head.
That's my AOG.
The way you learned to do it. Yeah, let's see. There you go. Okay, and you squint. You try to think. Your brain goes pop, 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 pop. Your brain pops a bit. You look ahead in the future. A gray mist surrounds your mind, but you see a swirling image kind of in between. You see the ship. You see Shiny. You see the doctor. The tongue, just the very tip of the tongue is blue. It's almost fully caught back. Okay. You see the crew moving around. They're getting out. They're breaking out weapons. You see the captain's yelling something. But you're not.
How far ahead does that happen?
That happens in about 10 minutes.
How does it go by the end of the 30?
Okay.
Are we dead?
So the way it works is you can see ahead of time, and then you have to pay for every 5 seconds, every round you're seeing that. So how many minutes in total can you watch?
Oh, and it's 10 minus 10. So, my danger sense is quite high. The whole 30 minutes 20 minutes. That's what I said. So 10, and then how does that battle, are we still there?
Okay. You see yourself looking up. You see Shiny looking out and doing things. You see you kind of ducking but beneath things. You see Mr. Shiny turns into a big giant gun. You kind of grab him and start shooting off something. And the doctor is saying something. The doctor falls over on his butt, and his legs are kicking up. His goat legs are kicking up like this. The captain is flipping out, running around, and you're firing at something on the eastern island.
Okay. No, that's not good. Okay, everybody, there's something over there. It's gonna attack us. Shiny, you turn into a big gun right there.
Mm-hmm.
Now wait. I ponder for a moment. Since I saw that and I'm making this happen, is this self-fulfilling?
Poppy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it anyways, just in case.
Poppy, wait. Before we start shelling an island, could you,
Guys, get your guns. What?
Shiny, can't Shiny, cloak the ship for a while? Isn't that something that could happen instead of guns?
I don't know about that. I know about guns.
I
Okay.
have no gun experience, but I have experience in removing what they shoot. So if possible, maybe we should avoid the guns.
I don't know, Shiny, can you do it?
Well, this ship is about it's not a tall ship, it's a smaller ship, but it's about 30 meters long. And it sits out of the water at least 10 meters.
Guns it is!
So that's 100. That's a minus 130 for invisibility.
Whew. Per round?
Yeah.
Whew.
Oh boy.
I don't think so. I don't think he can.
Mr. Shiny, if he could do it, he could only do it for 15 seconds, maybe.
Yeah.
That's going to take a lot of power.
Guns!
You think Mr. Shiny conveys this like in graphs and whatnot?
Yeah, I don't think it's the best thing to do.
Gideon goes.
Okay, just then Nob goes, Captain, we've got a problem.
Well, that's a quick 10 minutes. Okay.
Arr, he comes out of his cabin. Arr, what?
Anyone listening? I said we need guns.
Guns? What about your guns? Yes, we all love your guns. Your guns are wonderful. They're fantastic. Oh, she's so needy.
We'll see what happens.
Arr, what is the problem? What's going on? Arr.
Nothing, you're the king.
I see him. There's I think I see somebody on the eastern side, the eastern island. I think there's spotters.
Mm-hmm.
Shiny looks over.
That's why you need to turn into a big gun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot that.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, his eyes go. They dial in. He rolls his vision of telescopic.
Cool.
160. 99.
Yes.
He goes.
Great. I don't see anything. I'm telling you what's coming.
Nob goes, they're there, I saw them. I don't know who to trust, Mr. Shiny or you, Nob. Puppy, what should we do?
I already told you should get the guns, but you didn't want to listen to me.
What guns? What? All right, break out the rifles, men. All right, they start breaking out rifles. They're running around. Captain's going, ah! He's running around exactly as you saw it.
I'm gonna say that before Gideon can fall on the deck of the ship, he goes, takes cover wherever I don't know where the best place to take cover is on a ship. I'm not.
Okay, there's barrels tied up onto the mid deck of the ship, so you kind of take cover behind them, and you're kind of just sitting there.
Yeah, Gideon does not shoot guns, so.
I do really wonder if you look in the future and you see something, and then you see it and then you do it. Would you have done it if I hadn't looked in the future? I know. But if
This bullet bounces off Mr. Shiny's head.
those are the bullets. So Noah, I totally not.
You're
Great.
crack in the distance.
Turn into the big gun now. I saw it. You were like shaped like this and that, and I sat and go. Doctor, you're gonna fall.
Get in, you stand up, you go, what? You go, okay, you fall on the ground.
Ya.
A barrel kind of half pins you, your legs are kicking up. Like this.
You're welcome. He turned into a gun.
Ding dong.
I didn't see Shiny laughing.
Okay, it makes a big, huge gun. That's like there's two handle things. It's got like a screen.
Please make the handle things like pistols.
Okay, he detects there indeed is two humanoids on the shore with those big, huge long guns that the Crimson Moon like to use. They're wearing like
snipers.
pirate 10-gallon hats. They look like highwaymen from like the Highwaymen video song thing. They're wearing like big trench coats. I'm educated.
Highwaymen, from Highwaymen.
you know. The Highwaymen come robbing.
Oh,
Highwaymen
like
come riding down the olden path or something, whatever.
As a poem.
Sure, poems. I know that. Okay, so they're down. They're about you're in the very tightest spot, and they are taking pot shots at you from the rocks. Mr. Shiny goes dials into one.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot it.
All right, roll your coordination.
My coordination. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there's like two shoulder things. You put your shoulders into them, and you grab the two controllers.
Oh, this is great. My coordination is 290. I rolled 93.
Okay, you go. Okay, this energy goes flying out. Kind of lobs down.
Great.
Okay, they're not surprised. Okay, see, the guys go diving and all those explosions.
They're not surprised by a big shiny gun. That's amazing.
This fire comes out. Okay, Mr. Shiny goes,
That was fun.
yeah, the men go, yeah, yay. The captain goes, did you get him? We're all gonna die.
We should skip captains. I think it's time for the weekly captain swap.
Okay. Knob goes, don't see him no more. Don't see him.
Yeah, but we just drew attention to ourselves.
Arr, well, those are spotters of the Crimson Moon. Arr, they know we're here. Oh, they're going to come get us. Arr, what are we going to do?
Do we shoot the guys? They didn't die.
Okay, you look. Shiny looks. You see them. They're running off into the.
Can Shiny try to dial in on those?
He can, but by the time he does, they've already gone into the foliage, and the foliage is quite thick.
No,
he loses their trail.
Suck balls today. Okay. Get ready to get attacked then.
Well,
Can't we just leave?
Knob goes, don't worry, Captain. I don't see any ships. It'll take them days to get down here. All right, you're right, Knob. All right, you're right, Doctor. All right, we should just keep sailing. Oh, this better pay off, or we're gonna be in trouble.
Hey, wait. First of all, you said it was here.
Oh, it is. Of course it is.
Why would we be in trouble?
Because the Crimson Moon are gonna come down here and take it from us and beat us up.
Wait. That you don't make sense, Captain.
What do you mean? Thunk. He takes off this hook, and there's a hand on there. He scratches. What do you mean?
Thunk, those are real hooks?
No, he wears them to look more like a pirate. Because pirates have hooks. And
I thought they were like...
He's the most piratey pirates of all the pirates.
I thought he had like hook hands. Not.
Well, that's what you thought. Yeah.
Boy, everyone's lying to me. That's not his head. Those aren't his hands. What the heck?
All these Gaiazins, they're just... You can't trust these Gaiazins. All right, you continue sailing south. You sail to the east of one of the smaller jungle isles. You do not see any problems. There's no... you don't see any other ships. Seems to be rather clear as you continue to head south. The waves start getting bigger as you get into deeper waters. We're at... you're about here now. You can see... To your east now, you can make out just barely through the blue, the Sea Hag Cliffs. They stretch up as almost like they have no limit. They just stretch up and up and up, and as far as you could possibly see. It's like a column of jagged, formed rock with like beads of like as if lava had come down it, with giant, huge bubbles of black rock. And jagged pieces that goes all the way up into the sky. There is just dim little, barely dim kind of candle light flickering kind of sinisterly in the dark shadows of the Sea Hag Cliffs.
Does anybody know what the Sea Hag looks like? Was there a comic book about it?
There was a comic about it.
Oh, let's read that.
Okay, I'm just trying to get it to you. Okay, you take a look at it.
Comic book gloves to make sure it's nice and sure.
All right, +2. You see there's like this terrible hag with a hook nose and big bulbous cheeks and a big bulbous kind of chin that comes out, and black greasy hair, wearing a cloak. And she comes out and she has all these little haglings with wings that come flying out. They're all gray, and they have white bloated eyes like they've been soaking at the bottom of the Jadam Sea for gigacycles.
And a doctor.
And you see in the comic book they come fly down and pick up whole pirate ships and carry them off.
Ooh, maybe this was... No, the crew got killed by the Sea Hag. Another chick wizard. Do you see these little things? These are things we're going to want to watch out for. Hey, look here. This is drawn.
Shiny points.
This is drawn really well. I like this particular scene. Wait, is he pointing at the cliffs?
No, he's pointing at the bow of the ship.
Ooh, oh, at the ship. Wait, are there haglings? Don't. Please tell me there's not haglings.
Okay, you turn, you look, you see this dripping, gross woman with all this green goo comes off her. She goes,